Leamington under a
ground sin.
Leamington under a
Ground sin.
Leamington under a
Ground sin.
The month, November, the year 2014, and after a 10-year voyage of unparalleled scientific complexity, the Rosetta Space Mission was the very first of its kind to land on a moving comet. Plus, without the aid of Bruce Willis and a bunch of high-fiving Americans celebrating their success about space.
I told him you were. Up. Okay. We see that one went all the way in. Not quite.
Officially, the mission was to gather scientific data of the components of our universe. Unofficially, it was a bold warning to a race of creatures that we have engaged in galactic cold warfare for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Hello, I'm Daniel Winchester. You may remember my involvement with the debagging of the Roehampton poltergeist, or remember my self-published pamphlet, Toilet Time Slip of the Illuminati, and possibly see me on canal barge boats as tribute act and wedding singer, the Morrisons.
Let me get what I want this time.
This is Psych House. Once again focused on the seemingly quiet but not at all deadly town of Leamington Spa. Something is attacking the visitors of Jepson Gardens, and it ain't no man. Just check out these grim testimonies.
One minute I was standing there eating a Scotch egg, and the next moment they were all over me. I lost 2 fingers fighting them off, but to be honest, after being hospitalised, I count myself lucky. But by the sound of the machine, I think I've passed over.
Due to my Oxford degree, I could sense something was in the dark. I began to run as fast as I could and tallied over the fence of the park. When I turned back, they were all just lined up, staring at me. I can't go back there again. And no one believes me. Do you know what? I bloody don't believe myself.
It was a frenzy of scratching, biting, nibbling and gnawing.
All I remember is screaming for help and being nearly overwhelmed by the smell of nuts.
What has a hazelnut in every bite?
I'll never eat a topic bar again.
Following my film of the ghostly tidings of Restless Nell, which was played in Foundry Woods shown within the woods earlier last year, I was contacted by an individual who had another incredible story of yet another extra normal conspiracy centered on the town of Leamington Spa. A conspiracy where terror wears a familiar but yet again ugly face again. That of Squirrius Carolinius, also known as the Grey Squirrel. My contact was unwilling or unable, or maybe just couldn't be asked to reveal his identity. But he claimed to be a high-ranking member of the Biothreats team working in a particular shadowy section of the UK Defence Forces. In a series of encrypted and heavily disguised messages, they outlined a story so twisted, so unfeasible, that even I, a seasoned voyager of the world of incredible, deemed it to be a right lot of family jewels. Veg with no meat, a load of bollocks, until I saw the evidence that I will share with you tonight. In the 3 weeks following the Persuade shower on the 9th of August 2013, our upper atmosphere was bombarded by showers of thousands of tiny meteors. The attack by animals on humans in the UK alone increased by unbelievable levels. Many of those attacks on the humans proved to be so totes whatever, resulting in little harm or injury. But a sequence of more coordinated and potential deadly attacks were kept out of the media for reasons that will become disturbingly clear. A dossier from our mysterious contact outlined a number of beast-based attacks. Put your mince pies over these. In each case, the post-mortem files of the animals involved showed something astonishing. The internal organs of the skeleton of each creature had been appended by a metallic structure similar to that of a ship, effectively turning the animals into some kind of a vehicle. But a vehicle for whom and what? According to our contact, the answer is a race of extraterrestrial tiny little creatures that populate the comet, and they traverse around our solar system. The military classified them as comites. They travel to Earth, and a meteor shows that occurs when the Earth passes through the tail of the comet. It seems that our government has been aware of this threat for some time. Our contact says his team was originally established in the 1920s, the roaring times of the Charleston, but points to evidence that the Comite's menace has been around for much longer. This ancient Sumerian tablet, resident in the British Museum, describes the appearance of the comet hurdling tiny visitors from the stars who commandeered a donkey to use it as a mobile headquarters, from which they laid waste to several villages. Academics believe this to be a religious text or a parable of some kind. In actuality, it shows that the Comites have actually been trying these physical moves with our physical animals for thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
For some reason, they seem to be targeting the mainland UK. We have no idea why. They're impossible to take alive, as they seem to have a tiny built-in self-destruct system, and they're not shy about setting them up. Once figured, the Comites literally vaporise into steam, leaving us no useful material for us to study.
So why has our mysterious contact chosen to break cover now and warn us about the potential deadly squirrels of Jepson Gardens?
We're bracing ourselves for a tough time this year. They're not going to be happy with us. Turbo squirrel, please. After the Rosetta Mission successfully landed on the comet, the prizes were inevitable. The resources are stretched thin. So our staff will be stuck in Yorkshire for the next 3 months, dealing with a large-scale pig uprising. So smaller attacks like the lemon squirrel are not being prioritised. Once a host creature dies, they perish as well. So until the infected squirrels have been liquidated,
Or die of natural causes?
follow a nut-free diet for at least 6 months.
So now we know about the Comites.
Thanks very much for informing us.
Thank you, Daniel.
It's Professor Daniel.
So is it true? Are tiny aliens really using squirrels as an attack vehicle for attrition or war against an unexpected human race? Or are the government just covering it up? No one can be sure. Since the Persuade shower in the 14th of August 2016, there has been 28 reported cases of violence of gangs of squirrels in Leamington Spa. Coincidence? This is Psych Town. Unknown. No.